Bear with me. Why not? Why not just play the video that I just ranted about? So I'm just gonna pull up my phone. So when I'm actually playing the video, maybe, just maybe, I'll see some incoming comments. All right. There was a portion at the end that I don't know. I didn't want to watch it because I was already pretty sick by the time it got to this point. Let me make sure that this looks as it's supposed to. And let's start from the beginning. Now, this here, I am confused if this is the younger. I think it's the younger sister or the older sister, but I want to make it a point that this young lady is a part of the abuse that the 17-year-old was enduring from the entire family. This girl was beating her 17-year-old sister with a broom at home. And here's the tail of the tape with the father. You're going to see everything unfold. You're going to see a hysterical mother playing victim, only crying tears because the father is in trouble. And you're going to see some of the good Samaritans, the good American people that got involved and stopped this crime from being committed on a school campus. Pretty damn brazen. Give me a moment while I adjust the phone, and I'm going to put the volume up.
There's somebody in the office. If you can cross-reference my runaway call, the suspect address is going to be
really aggressive. So they're in there.
This isn't something you see every day. Two parents accused of attacking their own daughter in broad daylight.
Okay, I'm going to make this clear, right? So,
Crocodile tears. Crocodile tears. She's only upset that they're both going to be in trouble. Although I really think at this point she believes she's going to get away with everything. And this girl, I don't know if you noticed while she was screaming, was only saying that my mother was just trying to get my sister because my sister ran away. Why?
I'll have her give you a call.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So, hey, so do you remember we talked about that you cannot be on
Feeding my dog for this.
Thurston Timberline property? Okay.
This all happened outside of the daughter's high school. Several bystanders stepped in just to prevent these parents from killing her. This disturbing case got on police radar back in October, and to this day, the parents are still in jail. I'm Elizabeth Milner for Law and Crime.
They're in jail.
So what was their reasoning for doing this? Well, the way the victim described it, she could have been the
Still in jail. I just want to know for sure that they are going to be there forever or deported.
victim of an honor killing.
What if recording high-quality content, editing like a pro...
Don't you hate ads? Bruce. Yeah, my dog's name is Bruce.
Yeah, I saw the whole there. That's the suspect or victim? That's the guy that was hitting the girl. Hey, God bless you.
There's one of the good
What you're seeing
Samaritans.
is Washington dad Ihsan Ali. Now, before I get into why he's face down in a pile of dirt outside of a high school while an officer cuffs him, I want to take you back to moments we didn't see before police arrived. So imagine being so terrified of your parents and what they may do to you, you run away and seek shelter and safety elsewhere. But then the parents you're trying to run away from show up at your school. That was a 17-year-old girl in Lacey, Washington's reality. You see, the way this dad is lying face down in the dirt near the high school bus stop, well, before that, according to reports, it was his daughter who was face down first, while her father was choking her from behind while under a tree, as other students try to save the girl.
Now, is that some kind of blind devotion that you think you can actually take a child's life without being seen by anybody, and that no one's going to jump in and stop you? Oh, and this happened in 2024. And the video is only dropping as of 21 hours ago, unless another website got a hold of this. So we just hear about it now.
Somebody in the office. If you can cross-reference my runaway call, the suspect.
All right, now the sister here is lying. She's saying, and I quote, "My mother was only trying to get my sister because my sister was trying to run away." She's leaving out all of the juicy details, such as My mother and father are trying to, well, unalive my sister. That's right. They're trying to do it with their own hands, and I have been complicit in physical abuse myself because I have my parents' blessing. See?
This guy like really aggressive. So they're in there. They ran away
I'm gonna get my gloves on.
Only if it's with you, Lewis. Welcome. This is a very disturbing thing that I ranted about outside on the porch there, but after thinking about it, as disgusting as this video makes me, man, I feel like I'm not completing the story if I don't play it. Viewer discretion advised. Content is sensitive.
I'm gonna get him up to my car.
Look how torn his everything is. This is what it took. I think it took about 4 people to try to get him off from ending his daughter's life right there on the spot. And even when they got him on his back, he would not relent. He would not loosen his grip with this chokehold. And the damage after the fact was that is the daughter, as I mentioned in the last video, she can't swallow. She's got these cuts, scratches, the soreness. I mean, she got messed up. And she lost consciousness about 3 times. So they were pretty close in fulfilling their duty, their mission to, dare I say, to their version of Allah.
That's Mom. I know. I'm with it. Hansa? Hey, get up. Okay, we're gonna walk to my car over here, okay? Hang on tight.
Those tears, not even a little smidgen of those tears are for her daughter and what she went through. It is because the husband is being escorted by the authorities. Don't we have something along the lines of, respect the law of the land? Isn't that even, as I understand it, because I work for a Muslim family, I'm not going to pull as many punches now that I'm here, that you have to, it's in your own Quran that you must respect the law of the land. Correct or not correct? I'm going to have to ask for clarification, because you do not pull this little honor-killing traditional nonsense, this savagery in the name of any religion.
So just right. So you're detained right now, okay? You understand that? Okay. They're right there. I'm gonna pat you down for weapons. Okay, you got any weapons on you? No.
If you have any feelings about this as I let it play, feel free to, drop out of the silence and the shadows. Leave a comment. It's okay. We don't bite.
I'll be the biggest smile anybody ever
Okay,
sees.
all right. Didn't mean
Anytime.
for that. My God, I love ads so much.
I used to.
Smack that mother every time I hear.
Stop it for a sec.
I want to take a break from this body cam to give our sponsor Upside a
Sponsors and
huge
ads.
thank you.
Sponsors
Upside
and
is
ads.
so here's what you do. Then taco
Shut the
and get a ton of gas. The girl told police her parents were allegedly going to send her to Iraq. Why? An arranged marriage with an older man. The girl refused, and she was actually leaving her school with her boyfriend when her parents.
Can we stop calling it an arranged marriage with an older man and just call it human trafficking? We're not going to use the curtains of, oh, this is some religious, precious tradition that we're just coveting here. No, just call it human trafficking. It is nothing else but that.
Found her, and they allegedly threatened to kill her. Her father reportedly took out his anger on his daughter.
Allegedly, he was strangling her.
and his daughter's boyfriend. He allegedly punched her boyfriend in the face and even choked his daughter so hard. At one point, she lost consciousness.
So he's been hunting them down all day. Apparently, he was already told not to come to this school, not to be here, and he still showed up here, saw them out front, and started to fight with both of them.
The dad and the...
Yeah, he's primary aggressor.
All right, so not only did he try to unalive his own flesh and blood, but he also attacked the American boyfriend for being nothing more than in love with his daughter, and American, of course. We need legislation in place that just has extra punishment for such acts. How do you vet something like this, though?
Good.
So now I see some runaways, but it looks like it's going to be his dad.
So, all right, thank you. Let me get a statement from. Oh, yeah, perfect.
I want to speak with my daughter.
You're not speaking to anyone at the moment.
Yes, I want to speak with my daughter.
You will not speak to your daughter.
Why? This is my daughter over here. I want to let her to go take her mom to home.
Okay, well, we're investigating a criminal investigation right now.
Just let me to tell her to take her mom. Not like that. Just I tell her to go home.
Yeah, no, he just wants to give instructions on how to finish the savage job that he wants to complete on his own daughter. This is so grotesque. Like, imagine being in the daughter's shoes, where at this point now the entirety of the family knows that to have their honor restored in the eyes of who? Because it's not the community, or is it a subset of a community? Is there a larger Islamic community involved in this area? Is because normally it's in the eyes of Allah, and normally the whole village would get involved and have a good old stoning. But in this case, the man was just feeling like, I don't know, like Mario had got his star in the video game, and he went super mode and hunted her down and began choking her.
She will go home.
I ran out of statement forms. Do you have any? I'm not going to come and have them fill out.
Who is this?
That's mom and sister. Mom, sister, and dad have been tracking runaway.
They redact a lot.
Okay, see, okay, so I had it right. That's what I'm about to. Who are these people? Witnesses?
They came and saw suspect.
Welcome back to Papa John's.
Let me pause this and fill in the blanks, because they might redact it, as they do with a lot of the conversation. I heard it was because, or to protect the children in some degree, but the other people that they're referring to are the good American citizens that got involved, and I hope they receive some sort of acknowledgement of the good deed they did on this day. But they're the ones that started throwing hands with the psychotic father, believing he's doing God's work by taking the life of his own 17-year-old daughter to be shipped off and married to an old man because he cannot stand the thought of his precious daughter being married to a disgusting American.
Trying to get involved, and so this guy tackled dad and had him detained for me when I got here.
Oh, nice.
The moment I got here. So
Where's the dad at?
dad's in the back of my car.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. He's detained. Not under arrest yet, but the more sounds of it, he's going to be the primary aggressor.
It happened right here.
Yeah. Yep.
Do we need eyes on?
Redact.
Yeah.
Evaluated?
Yeah. Somebody does. Yeah. And so boyfriend should be with her too.
Okay, I'll let her know.
Okay, so again, you're not under arrest at the moment, but I'm gonna read you your rights, okay? So you have the right to
Oh, he got a good thrashing right there on the right side of his face.
remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right at this time to talk to your lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before questioning if you wish. Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you?
I want to speak with my wife. Let him go.
Do you understand these these rights I've explained to you?
زهراء
It's a yes or a no, okay?
زهراء تعالي هنا.
I hate this part where he pretends like he's not being talked to by an officer and he's being Mirandized, and he just starts going off in Arabic. That's one of my favorite parts.
So everything's audio video recorded, okay?
Okay.
So do you understand these rights I've explained to you?
حنين.
Welcome, Wolverine. Sorry, this is the second video I've done on this because when I woke up, and this is the first video I watched, man, I did a whole rant about 20 minutes, and I figured I would be incomplete if I didn't show the video, man. But welcome, and that reminds me. Okay, here we go.
حنين زهراء اخذ السيارة منها وديتها يبوقوها.
I need a yes or a no, okay? Or I'm going to assume you don't
اخذ
want
السيارة
to.
منها يبوقوها السيارة يبوقوها.
Wait too.
Okay. I got names for some of the kids' witnesses that witnessed it.
So the one with the one in the gray backpack, he said he saw everything. That was the
Actually,
first.
yeah, 3 of them saw everything.
What did they say?
Essentially, that they were at the bus stop.
Yes, okay. Captain, yes, 100% accurate. And we're going to actually be making a full circle back because I'm happy to say there's no spoiler here. Justice will be done, but there is no doubt. Yes, he is instructing his wife and even his little girl, the other one, the one that still has their honor, on what to do because this was not the last of the events, but it should have been. It should have been. This is all redacted because they were protecting
The dad came up, started,
something. The dad came
and he
up.
grabbed her.
How did he grab her?
Like on the shoulder. Just like this.
Yeah.
He was grabbing a hold of it.
Okay.
And then
Why are they redacting this?
so he put her in a chokehold, and at some point he
Punched her in the face. You can.
Yeah.
away from her
Okay.
So they're just trying to hide.
into the pavement, and then popped back up.
Are they just trying to hide how vicious the attack was to make it look like less? Or I don't understand. I don't understand. I mean, it's very clear what she's describing here too. But why the officers, I do believe, were being a little incompetent. Maybe it's just I'm giving a little benefit of the doubt. It's a chaotic scene, even though it appears to be under control. But they should not have let this man continue to have access to his wife and talk about anything at all. He wanted her to go home and finish the job is what he wanted.
And the dad they said that he had her in a chokehold.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of people piled on trying to get him off of her. They fell on the ground. He still had her in a chokehold.
Okay.
And her face was, I guess, in the dirt.
Yeah.
And then so they had to like roll him off of her to get like to her.
Yeah.
And then I guess that's when the adult
Came in and intervened.
help. And then the mom got a hold of her
Right.
daughter and was grabbing
Okay.
her.
Okay.
Full melee.
So portions of that interaction
There's confirmation. And then the mother got a hold of the daughter. She was trying to hold the poor 17-year-old girl still so that the father could finish the deed. While when this revealed itself to be true, it was like an M. Night Shyamalan twist to me. When I watched it, it made my blood boil and my stomach crawl. The sister, younger or older, whatever, the one that still has her honor, was filming this, and that makes me wonder: was this meant to be not only a mission completed, but sent to the family and friends to show that their honor has been saved? Like, this is so sick. What kind of a sibling, brother, sister, whatever, would just film their older or younger sister getting unalived before their eyes? What is that about? What blind devotion? That's what scares me about faith. The lengths people will go for the righteousness of their God frightens me to the core.
were redacted, mainly to protect the victim. And from reports, the victim went through a lot. She reported her parents for abuse even prior to this. And from the sounds of this conversation between officers, it appears she might not even be safe from other family members.
Maybe enough.
What are we gonna do with the kid? Because they're all worked up still.
Yeah. I don't. She's 17. She doesn't want to go home to the parents, but that they're the legal guardian.
Yeah.
There's no.
Yeah, but is she gonna start choking her to get her home?
Yeah. There's no.
It might be. Well, I mean, I think older sisters come to catalyst.
What a sad state when we have to rely on just these officers and whatever their jurisdiction is to determine the fate of a child when they really don't know how to save her in a situation like this. And I pity any man or woman that finds themselves in such a position. So I'm glad this officer to the right of me here does figure or remember something where they are able to house people 15 and up at the very least. I don't know where she ends up, but at the very least, we'll learn at the end of the video that we can have a little sigh of relief in regards to her safety. Only because these disgusting parents are stupid enough to, continue to try the mission. Because, God and all that or whatever.
A lot of the aggression or physical aggression in the house. I know Mott does like safe place for teenagers that are over 15.
Yeah, I ranted about that, Wolverine. And yes, Lewis, I know. She would KO anybody. All right, so he's now...
I mean, yeah.
It's one of the most disturbing... I'm sorry, I interrupt a lot. Fair use, blah, blah, blah. But one of the most disturbing cases that will haunt me till the day I am no longer is where a father got to complete his mission while it was two sisters. They loved each other. They wanted to protect each other, unlike this sick family minus the 17-year-old daughter, where they were getting, how do I say this, sharp object, inserted into both of them on a 911 call, and they're acknowledging that they're leaving this plane, this earth, as the call plays out. That one will stick with me forever and haunts me. And now, since this is like the third time I've come across this, and in one case, the last video I did explains it, where it hit close to home, and one of my bosses from a prior job that one of my friends he saved a little girl's life that was in the same damn circumstances. So my new question now is like, how widespread is this in our own backyard? And how do you prevent such a thing? Is there legislation that can be done? I don't want to have the daughter punished. I hope she finds some solace with the boyfriend's family and we have a happily ever after, how rare that is. But this is clearly something that's still practiced, and just being outside of the countries or cultures where this is the norm is not stopping it when they come to our back door.
She doesn't feel safe going home. I think older sister says older sister hit her with a balloon. Allegedly,
really?
This summertime. Because she's like the dissonant with the family.
I want to point out I just talked over where they acknowledged that the sister that was filming has also been a part of the abuse and hit the 17-year-old sister with a broom.
Older sister.
Okay.
Do you have any information you can share with them to maybe try to calm them down, or is it just whatever you say going to take them off more?
I can try.
Are they upset that dad's going to jail? Or?
Well, they want to be with him, and they want to go be with her, and they're worried about him getting taken away.
I can go see. Yeah, they weren't.
I didn't tell them that much.
They were really reluctant when I was at their house. They just didn't want anything.
Get them out of here because they're gonna get hurt.
Did you saw both of them?
He saw.
Captain, we have an update.
Dad's very volatile.
Yeah.
Ads. I'm not kidding. Premium, screw you, YouTube.
So he's here in the see his mom and dad show up.
No, maybe just calm them down too. Maybe we can just get them out of the immediate area for the time being.
Yeah, there's a CSO right there.
Is there?
So officers move the dad in hopes it'll calm down the victim's mom and sister, but it seemed to just make them more hysterical.
No, you're gonna come to my vehicle over here.
I can speak with my wife.
Not at the moment.
زهراء شيل السيارة بالسويتش مالك الثاني ترى ذول حرامية يفوقوها شيل السيارة ترى ذول يفوقوها شيل السيارة منا
In the car. Let's go. Take a seat.
السويتش هناك بعد واحد عدش ثاني لا تعرفنا هذا الثامن عندي let me get there.
Do you need medical attention at all, Hazel?
No.
Do you need medical attention at all?
Give me. Let me just look at my wife.
So, Hassan, as soon as we get you in the car,
Get in the car.
Just a
and we'll roll
second.
down.
Just a second, sir. Just a second.
Get in the car.
I'm here. Just a second.
No.
Zahra, تعالي هنا شوية.
Hassan, I will let you talk to her.
All right, at this point, it's just sheer negligent to let him keep talking when they don't know what the hell he's saying. By God, throw him in the damn car.
Get in the car, but I'm not gonna have you guys scream across the parking lot. So take a seat, please.
We'll roll down the window for you.
From my pocket.
Is that your cell phone or?
No, but
I'm gonna grab that. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, he's been detained. He's nothing yet, so I got to go.
Get your wallet and stuff.
no.
Your wallet or
Yeah.
your key. Oh, she needs keys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me my wallet, guys.
Yeah, we got you. We're not.
Give me my wallet there. And give the
I mentioned this earlier, Wolverine. There was a very, very dark period in my life where I looked at them in just through black and white lenses, and I was a blogger back in the day, like before social media has gone far out of control, and I went on like a diatribe where it was the first time I ever got backlash because I was so one-sided, full of so much anger, and I'll admit to hatred. And some people, because I was primarily known as a liberal at that time, they did not understand and they demonized me, ostracized me a little bit. I actually had to make an apology post. And now, I don't know. Now, it still boils my blood.
that to her.
Yeah. Now let her talk to you, but I can't have you guys yelling across the
Yeah, just give to her.
Okay, give us a second, okay, Hassan?
Okay.
Take a seat.
Again,
Get in the car. So there over here,
We're
okay?
still trying to investigate everything, okay?
Just go ahead and take a seat.
تعال زهرة خذها هاي تعال.
Hassan,
Huh.
take a seat, man. You got my word. I'll go get her. You need to take a seat, okay?
They nearly ripped off his freaking sleeve because he was using such force to try to take the life out of her.
Unbuckled in.
Yeah.
I can do it. Come on. Do you need help with the other leg?
Roll down the window for him.
Oh, and this video would probably get you banned on Twitch. You guys heard about what's going on Twitch recently? It's okay to say anything anti-Semitic, but if you say anything negative about Palestine, you're banned immediately.
On your knees. All right, I'll head over to the church.
1 second if she needs to talk to him.
Okay.
When your husband assaults a high school student, he asked if he's going to
He did not assault no one. This is my daughter. No, he didn't. I have proof. I was recording everything. He kicked me.
Okay, whoa, what? Okay, I skipped this part before because I pretty much had it, and I wanted to see the conclusion. She's saying he was attacked. What? Okay, this is my first time, so honest to goodness reaction now.
In the face.
But
He pushed my mom
we
and my
promise.
dad.
She's trying to frame the boyfriend or one of the good Samaritans at this point.
He grabbed it with another
Yeah,
person
a
to
word.
the ground. He didn't do. Yes, everything. A lot of students were already. I'm recording right now. I'll show you later. I want to talk to my dad right now.
Okay, well, that's not happening the way you're acting. You need to calm down if that's going to happen. Right? Not gonna happen. Take a deep breath. Get 5 minutes, and maybe we'll let talk to you. But I can't have you screaming out in the school parking lot. That's unacceptable.
You know this people.
I do. I know him very
They're in this stage of grief, and it's only because the husband and father is getting taken away in a cop car for trying to unalive his daughter. They don't give a shit about her sister, or her daughter. Sickening. Crocodile tears, man. Or real tears for the monster. Sympathy for the devil.
Hey, so is there, because I was with you this morning, right? Is there anything I could help answer at the moment?
When you left, because you said you would look for them, we went out also to look for them out in
I
the
get
street.
that. So why didn't you call us?
Wait, what do you mean not good? We just found them.
Because they wanted to commit unaliving. That's why they didn't call. They didn't want to be like, hey, what's up, Popo? here's the 411. We're gonna, what's the code for? We're gonna 187 deep our family member here. So hang back and come by in an hour, and we'll have some tea and a hookah.
I get that, but the moment you
I was at Safeway. We're trying to find on the street. It was like two separate.
So instead of getting out and running out, call us, right? So
I
that's
was.
Hiya, sassy.
So
I was
it did.
talking.
Okay.
I was calling.
Okay. So is there anything I can help you out with in the
I
moment?
want to
Okay.
talk to my sister.
Well, you can't. We can't have you do that right now. Okay.
Which one is it? This one or is it that one? Which one is it? Is it this?
The fact that they were let go here and allowed to go home is a travesty. It's made right, but too late. Thankfully, the innocent daughter is okay, but the fact that they were allowed to go home after being given instructions.
This one or is it that one? Which one is it? You trying to help me right here? Like,
Okay.
well, this is not fair. Like, which one is it? Is it this one or is it that?
What are you asking?
Like, do I talk to my dad or can I talk to my sister? It has to be one of them.
well,
You're
we
not
just
letting me anything.
Okay. We just gave you our word that you can talk to your dad, but you need to calm down for a second.
Oh.
Okay.
My husband wants you to. But here, can you remain calm? Do you want to talk to your husband real quick? One at a time? One at a time. Here. Come on, sorry.
Where is she going?
She's going to talk to dad. Hang on.
One at a time. You guys don't get to both talk to them at the same
You
time.
said
The
you
victim's
have
sister,
video.
seemingly in defense of her dad, shows video of what happened right before officers arrived, kind of placing the blame on the bystander who restrained her dad until police got there.
So I was right. I was right. She is totally trying to frame one of the bystanders that saved her sister's life. Oh my God, the scummery
But
just can't get much more toxic.
What your statement is, it's contradicting what they're saying. So for me to do a thorough investigation, I need to see that.
Okay.
So can I see that?
Okay.
What's your evidence, lady? Go ahead. I'm trying to have sympathy for an indoctrinated child right now, and it's just not tapping in. Probably having a come to God moment, not literally here, realizing she's sharing evidence on the contrary that will implicate the father. We're good.
Can you go?
He was choking this dude.
But
that's the guy that removed the father from the daughter's, that had her face down in the dirt as he choked her from behind. So that's the aftermath.
That's the point. He's already detained. Do you have anything that goes
devious?
Because I arrived in that scene.
I know, but you said you had
Blocking,
Well, I just-
redacting. Careful, you don't want to show the part where your father's choking your sister, right?
That's him right there.
Okay.
He punched me right there. See, he's trying to he punched me because he threw my phone. I was holding it
You were attacking your sister as well. Just come out with it. Just let it all hang out there.
like this, and he threw it right there. And that's why it got cut off right here. See? I was recording because I could see.
That's what they're attempting to do, Sassy. That's what they're doing.
And he was right there. I was trying. He threw my phone. That's why I cut, and then that's when he was trying to get to me. You see how she's holding him? Yeah.
No, but you said that.
I told you I just got onto the scene. Did you not get a recording from everyone else? I don't know.
We did. And that, like I said, yours contradicts what they're saying. So I want to hear your side, right? We've gotten their statements, their recording.
I think, I've come to the realization here that this is a younger sister who has been clearly, obviously indoctrinated, knows nothing different than what she has been taught. and she has taken part in the abuse. So I think, Captain, you have the right outlook here in having some grace, some empathy for the younger one here, who was hitting the 17-year-old, the older sister, with a broom at home, and then, allegedly tried to help and assist the parents to some degree in fulfilling the task of ending the life of her older sister, because she doesn't want to marry an older man and get human trafficked to Iraq, and she loves her boyfriend in America. That's just, so happens to be the American.
Okay.
See, this person, I don't know why she's being, why she's in this.
I've seen them too, and it usually it's an entire village or entire family outing where the stoning happens, and that's a slow, terrible way to go.
See, and why is he?
Barbaric.
Yeah.
Barbaric.
This is not a crime either. They're choking. That's like.
Say it with me now, y'all. Religion of peace. Religion of peace. Stone your neighbor. End your daughter's life. Any dishonor brought upon you by anybody that's blood related to you, just, end them. And your honor is restored in the eyes of Allah, and all peace will return. Then you get to go, I don't know, and break bread and have a good barbecue. I don't know.
It's like murder. They're choking him down. When I just showed the first video, the guy.
They're detaining him. Okay. He had a right to be detained. Okay.
What do I do now?
Okay, I am seeing legitimate confusion. It's like two worlds colliding at once in her mind. I wonder, I hope in time she sees and learns that what she was a part of and believing was righteous was and is wrong. I hope that happens in her lifetime. I hope that this and the consequences as a result of this save this poor girl's life before it's too late.
What do I do?
What do you mean by that?
What do I do now? What do you want me to do? What do I do? It's my sister and my mom and my dad. What do I do? So who's gonna have it?
So your mom,
my siblings.
Your mom's not involved, and you're not, other than being here and seeing it, right? So
my siblings, my siblings, my little brother, my dad.
Okay. So you guys will be fine.
Well, I mean, as long as the brother doesn't turn out gay, he should be fine. Or if he doesn't get too westernized, again, he should be fine. Otherwise, you'll find him strung up on some pole. Sorry, YouTube, you're not gonna love any of this. The algorithm is gonna bury this deep.
No.
Okay.
It's not fine. How is this fine? How is this fine? How can you say that? How can you say that? How can you say that? How do you?
I know there's a lot going on. The best
How
thing
do
you can
you
do right
say
now
that?
is let us do our investigation.
Yeah, I've through I don't want to do a disservice and say my own investigations, my own homework on the time that I have it regarding CPS. I've never been a fan, but in this case, totally warranted and necessary. And I hope this little girl who looks like she cannot function without the father, who is always the dominant force, and the mother, the way that they have always come up from their country and not acclimated to American culture at all, apparently, with the exception of the 17-year-old who almost got unalived on her own campus. She's in a total state of shock right now. I hope she finds help. I hope she's taken away from her family too, and I hope her and her sister can reconcile. That would be the best case scenario.
And then we can give you more information about what's going to happen with your sister and what's going to happen with your dad, okay? So what we need from you is...
BSR, by God, I think you're right. She has fallen on some hard times, but here she is doing she's the one. If you watched that Matrix Resurrection, she's the one too. Like Neo and her, they're both the one.
Just kind of try and relax as much as possible. Give us a good statement. In a little while, you'll be able to talk to your dad. So right now, You're gonna have to play the waiting game.
Captain, this is exactly that situation, man. So you are not off by an inch, man. You're totally on the spot. There is no other solution in my eyes. This entire family, as far as I know, is just as evil as the father if they were condoning this.
Game, right? Look, the mother just got her orders because this is not the last of it. This is not the end. I'm so brokenhearted to say. There is something eerie. Like, this is my first time watching this part of the video, of the calmness the mother now has and walks the daughter, knowing that getting out of the situation will take them out of the eyes of the investigation, and we're going to find out what happens as a result.
I don't think they have anything this bad. No, we've had others definitely haven't seen it. I mean, did you want to talk to Dad? Are you going to be okay? Like we said, we gave you our word, so.
Oh, my sister is calling me.
Okay, well, we're gonna.
My sister.
He's gonna go to somewhere else.
Oh, he's gonna be gone.
Well, we're still doing an investigation. He's not gonna be far. Did you want to speak to him?
Speak with what?
That witch is on the phone with the girl with her daughter that she just tried to help and assist in ending her life. I can't imagine the reverse psychological manipulation guilt trip she's trying to pull right now, because she's just livid that the husband, is the one getting taken away.
The girl's mother and sister stayed on campus until police told them they gotta leave.
You're a little bit more settled down than Mom, okay? So I need you to take her home. Understood? You need to go home. So she can't be here technically. There's a trespass, right? It's not through city yet, but so Timberline wants a trespass, right? So remember that? There's a restraint, anti-harassment, right?
Yeah, but the whole family's here.
Understood. Technically, I'm going to give you some grace, right? But you need to take her home. Okay? If you guys don't go home, I'm going to arrest her too. Okay? But we're not going to do that right now. There's too much going on.
I'm hearing, I don't know Arabic, even though on my grandma's side, she grew up in, great grandma was in Egypt, my grandma in Panama, she spoke Arabic, but I can only imagine that she is blaming her daughter entirely on this entire mess, and it just makes me even more angry and sad.
What about my sister?
She's going to the hospital to get checked up on.
Hospital?
Yes.
Which one?
St. Pete's, but you can't have you go there yet. You need to go home.
Call me. I need my phone number.
Okay. Yeah. But you need to get your mom home. Okay?
1 minute.
What's your phone number?
Okay, yeah. You don't want that number out there, do you? Jesus.
So is that something you can...
I need, if she's going to the hospital, I need updates.
Okay. But I need...
In the cold way she's receiving this information, I'm just highly suspicious after the wife and mother was able to speak to the husband, who had a mission and most likely gave instructions. The way she's learning of the sister's location while she's injured, can't swallow, can't breathe great, lost consciousness 3 times. There's just something cold in that face right now that's scaring me. Maybe it's just me, though. Maybe I'm just looking at this and projecting my own bias.
It's Mom. She will get.
Okay, you need to get Mom home.
I will get home.
Right now. I'll give you my word. Yeah. Okay. So if you can convince mom. Okay.
Just 1 minute. 1 minute.
Okay, yeah.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Just
got-
1 minute.
yeah.
When?
She'll be able to call you in a little bit, but right now, you guys need to go home, okay?
No, they're not. Or was it that one? Maybe. Yeah, I thought it was.
If you thought that was the end of it, nope, it wasn't. I mentioned 2 parents were accused of attacking their daughter, but why wasn't the mom arrested? Well, she was, just a few days later. According to police, she also tried to choke her daughter while her father was busy punching their daughter's boyfriend. As for the teen girl, she was taken to the hospital. According to police, she had scratches on her neck, throat, had difficulty swallowing, and believed she lost consciousness 3 or 4 different times during that horrible incident and thought she was going to die. Initially, her father, Isan, wasn't charged with attempted murder, so he was released from jail on a $150,000 bond. But then he was rearrested and his bail was set at $1 million. As for his wife, Zara Ali, she was arrested the same day her husband was first released. She was charged with attempted murder and held on a $500,000 bond. So now both parents are charged with attempted murder, attempted kidnapping, among other charges.
What about human trafficking? Because they wanted to send their daughter to Iraq, where she did not want to go, and arrange the marriage. And what they get to use this under the guise of their religious protection and rights just doesn't sit well with me. The whole thing, and a point I made earlier about this $1 million bond, great, fantastic for this case. But I'm reminded of the live I did about what is like 4 lives ago or 3 lives ago, where it was a Marine combat veteran, Aaron Stanislavski, who served 16 years fighting after 9/11. He fought in Iraq, he fought in Afghanistan, and he was homeless, a little unhinged, and he said things that were alarming. Granted, an absolute possible danger to the public that needed help. This, despite how alarming what he was saying, shock value and all that, he was given this Marine combat veteran who should have been treated like a hero and given help and not, just the whatever the dimensions of a cell are, because that's the extent of the help he got. They gave him $1 million bond, and all he did was talk about crime, talk about, what he was capable of. So that got $1 million bond compared to somebody who actually made the attempt. That doesn't sit well or make any sense to me. So I wanted to cover the video to have all of just so I could feel like I completed the story. And now I'm going to have a cigarette. Enjoy your family, hug your loved ones. And if you have work like I do every damn day, at least there's an end to that. And then you get to have, I don't know, a drink or something. Big changes coming soon, guys. I'm getting, we'll call it a promotion, and I'm going to talk about that when it happens, knock on wood. Till then, everybody, much love and take care. I do have to go. Yeah, I'm going to have a smoke after this. Anytime I learn about these kinds of incidents, yes, I get triggered, and yes, I smoke. Okay, for now, take care. Bless America.